Oh, it's been some time since I last streamed. Why? Because I've been busy. Busy doing garden work, busy playing from the depths when I should have been streaming from the depths. Or just any other game for that matter. But be back to normality. I'm starting work again, going in to my bloody cleaning job. We'll be doing that. So everything will go back to normal probably, hopefully, who knows. So I don't know when I'll probably regularly be streaming. Probably back to weekends again, who knows, I don't know. Holy Chalian, because I've got the windows open because it's fucking hot here in Britain. It's 30 degrees inside the house, which is nice when you don't have air conditioning because it doesn't exist in Britain. Unless you want to fork out an arm and a leg just to use it, like, what? For 2 weeks in a year? We just get rid of that bit. Also didn't turn... And that'll change soon. I'm getting blinds for my birthday. So, I've been building ships. Carl wanted me to build German-style ships. So, I'm onto the battleships. I was building some destroyers and cruisers yesterday. And this is basically my poor man's version of the Scharnhorst. Obviously, this isn't going to look as amazing as stuff from Finest Hour, who have, like, pros. It's just going to be a reasonably usable ship. Hopefully usable. I got a few bulkheads and all that in. And then I've got the armoured citadel that I've actually shaped somewhat like a citadel. That's just got all your junk in it. I've also learned from last time I played this that this is actually a pretty decent setup. Obviously you can go wild and more efficient, but it just takes up more size, and I just think this is better than fuel engines just because of how much space the fuel engines take up. I think it's slightly more expensive than the fuel engine I make as well, because we have to use the batteries along with boilers. Oh yeah. Some of these are mods, they're more simple weapons. I'm not sure what mod they're from off the top of my head. But I use these, because we're using German ones, we're using German 88s, 105s. And the 128s for the big ones. I was tempted to use 200s, but I don't really want to faff about making them. And this one's just a 300s. Tried out using this other mod that has weird ammo intakes that hit onto each other. But it's no different from what I normally make, which is just basically no Tetris. Zero Tetris. Chalian doesn't like doing Tetris. He likes simplicity. As far as it goes, the Scharnhorst's nearly done. I just gotta put in the last like few turrets and then put on the detectable stuff. This one is actually a bit more different from the other ones I've made. I just drop this thing out the sky and then just spawn in. Which one should we spawn in? Let's just spawn in the Spee. The pocket battleship. So yeah, this one's loosely based on the Spee. Obviously these aren't on turrets because I don't like using missile turrets, because I end up getting torpedoes shot. But this one's fine for it because there's a lot of open space. I also did the Nuremberg and I just swapped to this idea because it was easier to use. But this is probably like the better design that I have. It's got not as many guns as the Jugend that I made. But it's basically a little bit better than the Nuremberg. A little bit. It's got less 200s. Because this one's only got 3 200s. The Nuremberg's got 9. As for Citadel, this one's also got a semi-armoured Citadel. Weak spots basically coming in through the top, down to the bottom. Because I haven't built it built it in a way to deflect stuff from the top. Try to keep it reasonably armoured. Because the Eugen, I just spawned in the Eugen, is actually complete light armour with some heavy on the sides, with an armoured citadel. It's slightly longer than the Spee as well. The Scharnhorst I made is about the same length as the Eugen, maybe a little bit longer, just because that's what it's like. The Spee was a lot smaller than the Eugen, but more heavily armoured. This guy's mostly covered in alloy, with the same sort of armoured citadel as the Spee. With a lot of redundant space in it, I'll admit. I need to turn these all into like bulkheads. It's also got VLS mounted torps because there isn't enough space to just slap them on the side. I also did these with the 88s up there. I didn't even put things on them? Really? Oh, for God's sake, Jonathan. What's the point putting them on there if you're not going to fucking set them up to shoot? I think I might have put them in the end of last night. But yeah, these silhouettes look quite like the actual ships. That's kind of the idea. Just like that, you can see them in distance. It's pretty cool. The idea is just to make them look somewhat like them, but not too detailed. Because I mean, if I wanted to do that, I would just go in Finest Hour, DLC, not DLC, mod, and just find. Do they not have an Eugen? They got a Scharnhorst. What's their Scharnhorst look like then? It's 200. No, 640,000. This one's obviously going to look better than my one. Because the modders on this spent tens of thousands of hours on their stuff. Like, look at that. Whereas mine's a bit more naked. They obviously spent more time on it. Anyway, let's get back to my one. Actually does look somewhat similar, just a bit more basic. That's the idea of it. This guy's is 400,000 materials cheaper though. That's the point to make. Because I've noticed in campaign, unless you're doing Finest Hour obviously, that you want to make them as cheap as you can. And as efficient as you can. That's what I tend to go for. Let me just slip another. There you go. Sneak one on there. Because there's meant to be like some form of crane, but I ain't using cranes. I ain't gonna bother making cranes. So instead of putting cranes or whatever they put on there, I just put like a another weapon on there. Just usable. All these ones are going to be shooting solid AP, whereas the big ones are going to be shooting APHE. There's a little thing here that I got to put in. Now, how tall is it? It's about halfway up this, so we can just put it like that and call it a day. And this one is just going to be another small turret. I'm going to do the same as what I did for the Spey, I think, which was just a flat boy. Where is he? There he is. Just like that. Simple, nothing too crazy. over here is where there's going to be 2 AI spots, 2 rangefinder spots, instead of the crane and the catapult. But yeah, seeing that next to my one's is pretty depressing. Seeing that really cool looking Shan horse over there, and there's my little dinky things. I need to decide how far forward I want to put this. It's probably about here. Oops. Go away. Oh, I was clicking the thing wrong thing. I'm at least trying to make the silhouette look somewhat like what it's meant to be. But I ain't going ballistic about it. Obviously, if I did go crazy about it, I'd actually make some pretty crazy designs. Tetris and all. So I know how to do the Tetris, I'm just lazy. Just lazy. Stuff you'd expect from me. Oops. Oh, I don't want that. Oh, you schnitzel. Yeah, I've gone back into playing this game again. We'll still play not Stellaris, Star Sector. But I got really into doing ship stuff again because I was seeing loads of ship stuff. I also learned how to make some really reasonable planes. They're not gonna like plow everything like some of the campaign creations with their planes. And again, some of their planes are quite naff as well. You just blow them out the sky. But I can make some nice planes now. Compared to what I used to. Like, back when I first started playing this about a year ago, when I made that Dreadnought, it wasn't that good. But I've worked out quite a bit since then. Obviously I took a long break from this game, but I'm now going back into it because I want to collect some of the achievements, which I already have. There you go. I don't mind these little pancake shaped ones. They don't look as good as some of the other turrets, but I don't mind these little pancakes. And then you see that thing over there. Oof. I wonder how long some of the mod makers took to make this. Because obviously I know Finest Hour has people who are really down into the game to create their stuff. Actually, the hull's really basic. I could make that. It's just flat slope, flat slope, flat slope, flat slope. It's not, well, it's actually quite streamlined, saying that. So I'll get decent speed, but I can build this hull quite easily now. This bit's a bit annoying to make. I also don't like the large rudders. I have a real big problem against these because they're just so easy to take out. But that's kind of the point. German ships were known for having rudder jams. And then obviously you got... Let me just do this. You got the crazy Tetris that goes on in this. That's proper Tetris. Right there. Using 4s. It's quite simple as well. But I don't like crazy Tetris. I don't mind doing 2s turrets. And then we got a bunch of random compartments. The amazing thing about these finest hour ships is when they get gutted, they start losing chunks. Obviously they're using fuel engines with basically what I used to do. Except I use radiators and they use hull pipes. They got 2, 3, 4. They got 4 fuel engines. I bet you could cut the size of this in half. The thing about it though is superchargers are really nice. Have that RPM set really low, and you can basically just like run them. Actually no, I'm just looking at the material usage on the right. I've only just noticed this thing is sucking them down for 20 movement speed a second. It's beautiful. I'm not gonna deny that, but it's also not efficient. Chalian thinks he can make an more efficient design. But obviously this isn't meant to be efficient, it's meant to be beautiful. Anyway, back to my Scharnhorst. That's why I have a lot of redundant space. I don't spend a lot on armor. I should. I could fill most of this with armor. But I also have really compact engines. And this one only goes 14. I need to buff up the speed a little, but it's fine. We're not going for high speed. Yeah, it's mostly just fluff stuff that needs to be done now. So obviously have this bit that sticks out, comes out a little. Just like a it's just like the most decoration you'll see me do, is just to make it look a bit more fluffy. Most of these ships I churn out in like a few hours, something like that. then we'll just use a piston at the base of this to raise the comm tower bit. Because that's what I like to do. It's really useful, the pistons. You just slap it on, bring it up, put what you want in there, and it's basically quite useful. Doesn't get blown off or anything. Unless you do it too close to the comm tower, which we have to because it's fluff. It's meant to be a fluff build. So we'll just stick it here and then bring it up. There's their Shan horse and there's mine. It's mostly because the curved front. I don't really have a curved front. So do I have mine a bit too far back? No, it's just because mine's more pulled out than that one. And then what I like to do on this one is just stuff a one axis and then AI and a coincidence on the back. Do I usually put it on the back? I can't remember. No, I put it on the top. Then I put a radar and a camera. There you go. And then we just bring it down. Obviously, if you want this to be more undestroyable, you want to raise it up so it's not touching the metal. Because all this here down to here hasn't got a hitbox. Only this and this and all that has hitboxes. So it's a really good thing to use, especially with like submarines and that. When you want a periscope, that's what I use quite a bit. Dogs barking at nothing. Just slap the same on top. Rangefinder. Radar. Camera. There you go. So the main thing about these is they'll turn to face the enemy. When it's on the map, obviously. Then we'll just have one more on the back. Also, it's very hot, so if you hear the fan background, that's why. I've been roasting for the last few days. Roasting alive. Put the same one on this one. Then we need to check how our detection usage is. Okay.
Listening. Listening.
Eugen.
Listening.
Eugen?
Listening.
Oh, it's called an Eugen at the moment, even though it's not an Eugen. It's because I haven't saved this as... There we go. I always use alloy for the structure on the top of the ship. Cheap. Not really cheap, but it's light. And you don't want it really heavy, or else your ship just goes... starts swimming upside down. Get a combat test in soon, see how it goes. Oh yeah, the idea with these ships is that it's fleet designed rather than just solo. So the ships actually benefit for having more friends with each other. Because I always use these inter-vehicle interceptors, transmitters. Because that way each ship in your fleet talks to each other and gives each other tracking information. I don't... No, actually, no, it does work quite well on really fast ships. It's just when they start turning all the time. So stuff like the... Was it called the Anodyne? No, the Anodyne was the submarine. I know the ones I'm thinking of, the really fast hover ships. So the idea is with these guys is you're meant to swarm them. Obviously, the bigger ships allow for... Oh, it's because of this bit's blocking it, I'd say. That's fine. Because this one's meant to be a broadside ship anyway. But obviously, the bigger ships have more firepower. Whereas the smaller ships are just more spammable and basically do fire support. So you want at least one big ship or more, but they're not cost effective early on in the campaigns. Saying that, I need to go back on one of my this guy needs to be shrunk down and made cheaper. He's already shrunk down. He's significantly smaller than his older brother, which is this one. But the idea is the DD Z6 would get replaced by the Nern. Or... because there'll always be these DDs with it. With the ships. Because you need them. But I guess the idea of the doctrine would be you would upgrade the DD to a CL and then all the other ones into the Z6s. So then you would have more firepower overall over time. Yeah, that would work. Let's get these guys all AI'd up. We need to put some undersea detection on as well, so we'll need to add a few more. Figma-doodahs. Processing units. There we go. Got there in the end. Bit slow these days. One of the things I really like about these ones is they have everything in them, and you can place them 2 blocks away. Obviously on these ones they're a bit more exposed, and I'm lazy and I don't bother to put any protection on it. But to be honest, the moment these get hit up here, they're just going to get knocked off anyway, because it's just surrounded by alloy. So it is a bit expensive, but it is what it is. You can't armor up everything. I mean, you could, but then you'd have to start putting propellers on the bottom and expanding your engine out. Kind of like that other ship we were looking at, the other Scharnhorst, because that one. Oh, they all got rangefinders on them, all these, okay. I really do like rangefinders though. I spam them, maybe a bit too much. Go. Oh, we haven't put AI for the round turrets. I keep forgetting to put the mirror on. It's a usual common thing with me. I forget to put the mirror on, and I build like half the ship and I'm like, fuck. Okay, I need to remember to put these guys on the bigger one. 5 casings. Control C. If only it mirrored it as well. And then we gotta build a Bismarck. I don't know. We could, but then we're starting to get into the realms of the ships are too big, and is it worth using them? Obviously this guy's at a decent enough size with enough firepower on it to warrant always using. The only thing he doesn't have is torpedoes, which the Spade does have. So the Spade does do some stuff better than him. Did I build all that out? Only the top layer, okay. Only the top bits got alloy in it. Makes sense. I just couldn't really see that well. It's fine. We need to make the front more aerodynamic. I usually end up doing this last, just to get a bit more speed out of it, because look at that. Doesn't that say speed? Red means slow. I've done this a bit more different than what I normally do. But we can just simply do this. How the aerodynamics work is if this was a 4, it wouldn't count because it's touching this block, but if there's a space, it always acts as though the space doesn't exist. And you just get pure speed out of it. So there you go, we've already gone up 1 meters a second just from from putting these in. 16 now. Usually I like to put wedges on the front, but this one's a bit too fat to put wedges. We could probably get away with putting wedges. And then put in inverts. We could have to put the inverts back here. Yeah. And then just neaten it up. Don't know what the speed like is going to be like with this guy because he's just sitting still. But as long as we can hit 20, you can hit 20 with the more smoother front. It's just I like my U shapes on the front. We could probably just get away with doing it the same as the other one is, but then it wouldn't look like all the others where they have this sort of thing going on. $16. Well, all the others are around about 20. Usually I like to have 30 speed, but it's just a bit too awkward to get to. He's just ramming him up the arse now, that's nice. You just be naughty and put these here and just forget about it. You could also probably get away with doing it the same up here. This won't affect it as much because it's not under the water, really. It might. It'd definitely help if the ship stopped ramming the other ship at the arse.
Listening. Listening. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Listening. Listening. Moving out. Listening. Moving out. Moving out. Listening. Moving out. Listening.
I think it's because this guy's stopped moving. He's just screwing about. But yeah, if you have more aerodynamic front, it's just easier to work with. But I kind of like the look of that anyway. It's not efficient, obviously, but it's nice. You can hit 16, which is about... Got them to do this because you need the cruise mode. Otherwise you have to keep pulling them out of playing campaign. It's really freaking annoying. Okay, so we got... This is 205,000. I don't know what this guy could fight in a one-on-one match. Well, let's see. Let's see if we can fight battle carrier. We're not going to go against battle carrier. Oh, it's DWG. We can fight DWGs then. Oh, you know, that'd kind of help. I forgot to put in ammo. What do we need? I need 243. Really? That much? It's fine. Just set that up. It's because we don't have any, yeah. That's why we've got an armored citadel. Oh yeah, it's the aircraft carrier one, isn't it? We don't have any sonar either, so it's not picking up the underneath that well. Well, it still does decent damage for not being set up properly. It's not taking as much damage. Did this bit get casually blown up? No, we just need another. The good thing about having large ships is all the redundant space that you can spend on putting protection on things. Like the ammo, having giant chunks of ammo is rough, because then if it blows up, loads of chunks come out of you. We're also quite low in the water level, that's quite helpful. I didn't realise we had basically 0 freeboard. This ship we were also planning on putting AA on for actually taking out cram shells and missiles, because it's large enough. It's expensive though. I was meant to put some on the graph as well. Wait, are they meant to be red? They're straight AP though, aren't they? $96, 88. Yeah, pretty solid. It's not amazing, we are getting dunked on. It says we need more ammo barrels though, which is weird. The game says one thing, it's lying to you. We don't want them too high up. We'll have to put up another spot somewhere else. Maybe further at the back. We also need to put in some repair box. Some up front and some at the back. Because the way this is designed, you can put a few in here, but not many, because it'll just get detonated. One of my ship's earlier designs, I had it all in the conning tower, and of course that was only made of alloy, so it'd get detonated. And then I'd lose all my repair functions. Yeah, 650 resource is pretty fucking helpful, actually. The idea is you want to have as much resource holding as you... I pressed the Windows button. Because you want as much to hold on as you can, so then you can build more ships on the fly and then just have like a repair tender. Like your main ship having repair stuff on it. Yeah, that's enough. We don't need to build any more ammo accesses, I think. Yeah, chewing through it. There's no single massive hit with my ships that just detonates everything. It's just a chippy. It chips them out of my way. Well, it's definitely chipped quite well against this guy. I like the silhouette in the distance as well. It looks pretty nice. I think most of these aren't even hitting. No, I don't think he's even really hitting me. It's mostly these guys dropping turrets on me. Are they even dropping anything? It just looks like they're dropping flares. Oh no, there's one. They just got like a cram stuck in there. And they got flares as well. I think this sits too far back. Because you don't want it too close to where the enemy can hit you easily, and you don't want it too far so that you can't hit them either. I did take a lot of rudder damage. How far are these red ones going then? Because sometimes they just give up part way and just sink into... No, they're going really far. They're just also going into the water a little. Also, their colour's wrong. These are straight AP, that means it needs to be blue. Yellow is for semi-AP HE, red is for HE. Rip. Lost a whole turret there. There you go. That's better. Because it just makes me think I'm shooting HE when I'm not. I don't like using small caliber HE because it just doesn't do enough. Unless it's Hessian heat, which I'm not allowed to because Carl said so. Without chewing through it. But the idea of these is they're meant to be with more ships. They don't travel alone. But this is more of a stress test. to see what works and what doesn't. No, they don't. It doesn't have any deep sea torps. Well, hull torps, like the Nelson and some of the British ships. What was this one? It was Tortuga, so this is about the same price. Hmm. So it spent 10,000 and is so it's efficient, not amazingly efficient. Obviously, if I compressed it like quite substantially, made it wider, it would be more efficient. The speed isn't really that good. But that's to be expected with such a... I think I might swap the bows to be similar to the Finest Hour ones. Which is just chonk, but goes inwards. Got a normal turret back up. Oh, yeah, that's another thing we do. How's our processing usage? Well, it's all mangled at the moment. Let's just slap that in quick. We'll do what I usually go for, which is a sonar 360 at the top. And then a couple 90s. But I think I might keep the rears the same as how I do them at the moment, because that's not affecting speed at all. Yeah, that's what I like to see, being able to take out dodgy, really spinny planes out quite quickly. That's why I go straight AP on the smaller fire. It's just more. It just feels more useful. Obviously, I get a lot good out of Hesh as well, but because of the really fast shooting, it kind of works quite well. The muzzle velocity is quite nice. Doesn't help that I am missing a couple. Well, 80% of my targeting stuff. And these guys are one of the hardest things to hit because they're just so goofy. Oh shit, yeah, I haven't put priority on him. Always got to remember to put these on. I like the look of these German turrets. How fast the main turrets move, man. Jesus. Okay, let's set this up loosely like the thing I saw. We'll still have this going inwards like that. How I used to do it was kind of like how I do my submarines, which is like this. It doesn't look as good as the like the Guernsey. The Guernsey has a really nice looking bow, which is what I tend to try and emulate. It's so annoying to see because the water keeps blurring out my vision. But I like seeing the speed slowly getting quicker. If you remember, this went about 15-16 meters a second. Joan. Why have I got this one off? It's because my head gets hot. We're gonna need to cut out the inside when we're done to fill it in. How far away is it gone? See how much difference that made. It's suddenly lightning! Why didn't I do this before? Oh, that means I gotta change every single ship. Who knew drag was so important in this game? Keck W. Oh, I think that's because he just dropped. Obviously, once we finish the inner bit, it should work out maybe 17, 18. Because there is drag underneath it. There you go. But now we've got to clean out the inside of the nose and armor that up. What is it even shooting at? Is there just like a random guy running off in the distance? Okay, now we don't need the red because it screws with my eyes. Clean out. Make sure we got... Yeah, we got connection thing on. Still going after him. It's an annoying part of when you have to redo the bow. You have to literally just rip everything out, gut the whole nose, and then replace it. Hey Carl. I did send the gorillas out. You still alive after spending God knows how much time last night playing that game? What was it? Did you just join in and played Dominion with your mates again? It just sounds like suicide. Rip. Rip Carl, you spent literally all night playing Dominions. Game not even finished, gotta pick it up next week. Fuck that. Oh man, we're going to redesign the hull as well. Along with the bow. Oops. We're still trying to shoot that one little flyaway guy in the distance. There we go, 17 meters a second. We just clean up this bit here. $18. The only problem is we've got change out this bit. Actually, no, we can do that quite easily because it's quite flat along here. It's only because I curved it out for neatness sake. Carl, if you want to know what my ship's firing at, it's literally a tiny little guy in the distance spinning about. You see the little speck of dust in the distance. The Shartan Horst is desperate to deal with him. The phrase we're looking for that, Carl, is fuck that. So no, it's because we also got all of our detection up. It's just because the thing's just flailing everywhere. Is that thing stuck there? Oh, we're going to set this quick. Set the azimuth constraints. That fix it? Nope. How many of them turrets? These ones are modded ones from Finest Hour, I think. This one's turret I've made. I'm trying to set the azimuth so it's not stuck anymore. Actually, I think he's just proper stuck because of the way the turret's been remade. Yeah, I think this turret needs completely resetting because it's just faffed itself. Has this one not got an AI on it anymore or something? Oh. 19 meters a second now. Just from changing the bow. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, this sort of bow design I use for my submarines. No wonder it works quite well. Not the keel, though. I don't usually have keels like that. What's the movie? There's no movie tonight. Ishq's in Spain. Actually, no, I don't think he's in Spain anymore. I think he's somewhere else. Look how narrowly we're missing this thing. He's literally nothing but spaghetti. He's literally got nothing left of him. Oh. Oh. Narrowly. But Carl, the blue is AP, which are the small arms fire. The yellow is APHE. Oh! No, that didn't hit. And you can see the muzzle velocity difference as well. Between the 300s and the 108s. Yeah, they had AP back then. Yeah, I know they had AP. They had APHE and AP. The only thing they didn't have is Hesh and Heat and Sabo. Germans had heat? I don't think they had proper, like, naval heat. I think they did for, tanks. Look how ridiculous this is. How'd that not hit just then? Oh, that hit though. Oh, there's another one. Now it's getting increasingly more erratic, this little potato. Yeah, it's not worth putting 47s with heat. He's got himself stuck again. And then this guy's just shooting off that. We'll take him out. No point having him if he just keeps blowing off my detection. Oh no, that's not where we wanted to do it. Oops. Could you imagine? Oh, that's why I can't see it. Oh, no. Okay, that should have fixed it. We just need to take off his guns again. Carl wants to show me the pawn he has to go through. Don't even know what a Harlech is. Oh, it's this thing. Chipping into it with the AP. I'll send them on Discord. Yeah, you really sent it on Discord. I mean, the good thing about it is at least I don't lose full functionability, I just lose turrets, which is bad, I guess. Oh, this fuck's doing it now. What the fuck, that small one? One of the things inside of it's got hit. See? It's missing a chunk. Wow, did the AI get hit there? Yes, the AI did get hit there. Yeah, this thing's alright. I mean, it's fighting something that's 30k more expensive than it with equipped with literally fucking crams. It'll take a while to kill it, but it'll at least outlive it, kind of. And it would also have allies with it. Like, I could have another ship with this guy, technically, if I was fighting against this guy. Surprisingly, this cram's still doing quite well. Never mind, one turret's completely gone, literally. Wow, what hit here? Had any luck with unguided rockets and torps? No, I don't use if I see unguided, I'm not gonna fucking use it because it's just a waste of materials. It's literally pointless to use unguided rockets. Unless you're right on top of them to shotgun them. Surprised you're still float? Well, yeah. Literally, it's still got this. It's still got the literal inside where all the juicy important bits are. Oh, that's why it looks so weird. It's because this bit's been popped off. But as far as damage goes, R1's technically winning. Technically. And my guy will outlast him anyway. Because he's only got one turret left. I'd still say the speed's better than this, just because he's got torps. He's got less firepower. Also, this thing's got lambs. It's not really stopping our shots because we're still getting through, just because you can see the blocks coming off. Yeah, I'm not too impressed by the APH. I think straight AP would be better. We also did have taken a lot of damage. Yeah, we're probably going to swap that out for just AP. So we're going to turn that gunpowder, turn that to visible tracer, change that to blue. Then we'll just see the bigger tracers are the bigger hits. And they should be about the same speed now, to be honest. Maybe. I don't know if I'll build the Bismarck though. Let me just look up what its design is. Because I feel like it would be just bigger and not much better than what we've already got. No, not really. No, it doesn't really have anything going for it. So we may as well make this like our ultimate capital class guy. Because I'm just looking at it and there isn't many ways I can make this more better than the current ship I've got. Obviously, there's loads of little things to put little turrets on, but that's not really much better if the Bismarck is just slightly longer and slightly chunkier than this. Because that's the main difference between this and the Bismarck is obviously it's got one extra turret, but they're all 2 turrets instead of 3s. So we're losing 1 extra shot, and I'm not going to go beyond 300s, or then the Tetris starts going stupid. The there's 4 side turrets which I could... No, there's 6 that I could make 200s, but I don't think that it would be much worth making them. And then there's basically just 108s, or 155s, whatever we want to call them. There's only 4 of them as well. No, it doesn't look like it's much better making that when we've got the Scharnhorst. More Dakar, not bigger Dakar, yeah. But that Bismarck has less Dakar than this. This has got more Dakar. Also, it's not really repairing that quickly. All these little robot things aren't doing their jobs. But what I'm going to do with this guy is I'm going to add a bunch of mini little... How much do they cost? The ones that I use? What's the German equivalent of these? There isn't really a German equivalent of these. Oh no, this is like that. Do you think you can beat that? Yeah. On easy we could beat them with these, no problem. We just need a lot of them. I need to make the Ocean Escort a different size though. What's this thing look like? Because the idea is I want the small ones because they're easier to slap in places. Just need to wait for the ship to get repaired. But as far as the loadout goes, we have got these. Didn't I save this one already? I swear I did. Unless it's gone up here. No. Oh, I saved it in here, idiot. Just, I think I might just put Brownings on there. You'd need a lot of them. What's that? 200 versus 100. Well, that's got more armor piercing. Yeah, look at that. It's the light AA I was looking at, the flak twigs. I mean, the idea of these is just to make it resistant to crams. But we want the smaller ones so then they fit a bit better. I'll set up the Sea-Wizzies. Come on, game. Got to make a U-boat at least. I don't know if we'll make an aircraft at the moment. I'm not sure. Because they're useful,
Water mode at your service.
but not too useful.
Receiving. 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 Moving now. Receiving. Receiving. Moving now. Moving now. Moving now. Receiving. Receiving. Moving now.
I just want to grab one of them. Just move them away from each other. But we're probably going to have to click like one.
On my way. On my way.
You're in control. Moving now. Receiving. Receiving.
No, don't do that. They'll just be on top of each other.
Receiving. Receiving. Moving now.
Why are you being so difficult to use?
Receiving.
Oh, there we go.
Receiving. 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 Moving now. Moving now. Receiving.
Tactical map really annoys me sometimes. No, stop moving now.
Turning off.
Stand there, look pretty. That's all you've got to do, game. Man. This is like probably the go-to. He hasn't got any AA defenses though. All the price differences. We could probably put AA on the Spee. And an AA on the Shan just to make it different from the Eugen. We could put probably... No, there's no... The thing with it is you've got to put a lot on to counteract cram. You can't just put on like a few and just call it a day. You have to go balls deep. We're probably gonna just straight up. Move that up to 9. set these up a bit higher. I don't know if that's going to be enough to take out crams though, that's the thing. Okay, now we need the Suizes. You need to move this guy back a little bit. Then we got to put the center ones in. Then we got to try it out on the enemy again. Because I mean, if these can take out some missiles and some crams, then it's already pretty decent. But the idea is it needs to be able to take out cram. This guy we're actually going to extend out higher, because this is going to be our munitions detector one, which is this. Nope. This, yes. Defense, munition warning. There we go, full munitions protection, and it's really hard to hit as well. Whether or not it works is totally up to questions. We're going to pull out the Spee and Eugen because we need to test the defences against another Harlech. What's that?
Taking command.
Yep, it works just the way I want it to. If it can even just block like 1 or 2, that's fine. The oi gonna get dragged. Yeah, it took out 2, but 3 got through. So we definitely need like a few more. We could probably replace these dome towers with big ones. But any small ones it can take out no problem. Yeah, we're gonna replace these guys. Are them shots even doing much at all? My AP heals them. It's not one-shotting them, but it peels them. The AA defense is doing its job, though. Nah, it doesn't shoot enough, I think. That's working a little bit better. But also, Carl, bear in mind, this thing's solid metal and heavy armor. It doesn't look like I'm doing much, but underneath I'm doing a lot. Peeling them apart. Okay, so we're taking far less damage now with the Seaways defense, which is nice, which is exactly what I'm after. And we're slowly peeling this guy apart. He's already down to 93%. Did they add anything better than the heavy armor? No. But slowly peeling into it. Obviously it's not crazy damage. That'd be Hesh. Hesh is always crazy damage. And this is just straight AP, which is still pretty good. This is still pretty good since it's basically a block of metal. Because then it goes in and it just goes straight through. Like it has for the turrets. So how much air defense did it need to become that good? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It needed like 20 odd to become defendable. I don't know if it'll do anything against missiles. I know it should, because crams have more health than missiles. Because yeah, that guy's bummed now. He's gone. He's done. He can't hit me with any of his guns now. Thanks for follow, man.
Thy strength befits a long and hard Elden Ring.
Let's do it to the Spee next. Means we gotta pull the Spee out.
Receiving. Moving now.
I'm gonna move it slightly farther away.
Moving now.
Since the Spee's basically about... Well, we'll do it to the heavy crucible as well. We won't do it to the Nern that I've made. Let me just set this up the same. To 9. Top one to max. Which is only 12. I think it's going to be up to the front one that's going to be the, No. No. We'll just make it hang in the air. It just makes it slightly more tankier. Then I guess it's going to be the front one that's going to have to be the munitions defense. This one? No. This? No. This? Yes. Because the other one doesn't stick out enough. Simples, media, no, not mediums, lights, big boy guns. Yep, that's middle. Has this one got, yeah, it's got a gap in towards the end, so we can just slap it there. Slap this. We can slap one there. Only slap one here. Go, slap one here, slap one here. I'm not going to slap any on the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's only going to stop like 1 or 2 trams. We could probably get away with putting like 3 up here if we put like a little... Nah, 2. Okay, and defense. Seaways. We can get away with putting them in this. And the smokestack hiding them away. Then we just got to do the Eugen next. Make sure that can hold its own at least. There you go, that's the defenses set up. Whether or not it's good enough is totally up to speculation. Best way to check, where is the shan? Pull the shan out. This thing only costs 183 now. Technically it's got better firing angles for its AA, kind of. Let's see how it handles a Harlech then. The first few volleys are going to be rough. Why is this turret not working? Nice. What's the 1 turn setting? Because if these are plowing into myself, which looks like they are. Set that to 2 seconds. Stops me casually plowing myself. Look how fast these torps are. They don't do much damage though. But so far it hasn't taken much damage. It hasn't really... Okay, here we go. Took out 2. Took out 3 there. So it works. Not amazingly, but it works. Well, I'll take that. Wait, are these ones not even... Okay, these ones aren't even set. Typical Chalian. Missing out on extra defense. Almost took out all of them there. Oh yeah, we need to change the front, don't we? We need to change the bow. Completely redesigned the bow. Oops. Oh yeah, Carl, I totally didn't ask Ishk for one of the next movies to be critters. Wink, wink. Right there would be a great spot for torpedo tubes. Yeah, but that doesn't fit the design of the Graf Spee. There you go, 19. It's historical, kind of loosely. I'm not going ballistic like the finest hour modders, but close enough. This is just my version of the Graf Spee. It's taking out this guy, no problem though. We do still take hits from the cram fire though. But not as bad. But 19 meters a second, not bad. We'll take that. He's handling his own against 240k. The only problem is we'll basically die of boredom by the time we've killed him. Because he's basically Swiss cheese now. And the problem with this ship is its AI module's like back here. Somewhere here. Right in the back. Can't find it that easily. There it is, right there. Awkward spot right in the middle, and it's a front firing ship, so it'll take us eons to get through there. But no, I'm happy with that. No. Save over for the SPI. Pull out the Sean. He's all the way over there, shooting into the sky. Oh wait, does the SPI not have inter? Nope. He does now. And now we gotta deal with Eugen. Where are you? There you are. Now we're on top of it. Good. We may as well just take these off because we're about to replace them with AA. These aren't. Wait, these weren't even controlled with AI? Typical Charlie not plugging it in. Okay. The only thing is, we don't have all the 10,000 cranes the Germans put on top of their bloody ships. And we got to change the front on this one as well. Actually, yeah, we still have to. No ammo control. You joking me if I forgot to do this one as well? Got to go through and check them all now because I'm paranoid. Okay, so that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 13. $15. That should be a decent enough setup for anti-cram. Obviously this guy is significantly more expensive than the graph, which is a bit annoying. Is it just because this guy's longer, or is no? It's the heavy armor side, I think. I might replace. No, that's too annoying to do. Nah, keep the design. Why is it too thick here, man? Oh. That's a good spot. For a few more defenses. And we'll put the munitions warning on the top one, I think, if we can, if the game allows it. Defense, series. Oh, that counts it. The hitbox for it must be huge. Yep. Nice, we can really chuck this one up. This one's going to be our munitions warner one. Slap, slap, slap. Slap. Don't really need this many on it, but yeah. 208. I like how this one's almost as expensive as the Shan. I think we need to do some trimming for this guy. Because he is only meant to be a heavy cruiser, yeah, he's more expensive than the Spey. I think it's because we got more torps on this guy as well. We have got 12, whereas the Spey only has 6. And it's got a lot more detection on it. Oh well, let's see how it goes against Harlock. With the others. Are the others nearby? Yeah, they're over there. Eek. The good thing about it is it has got a heavy middle.
Taking command. Receiving. Taking command.
Eek. That not good. Mm-hmm. We're gonna need to stick him in places. Probably along here, just because there's huge gaps. Too far? Too far. Too far? Too far. Just bring it back. This is just because of one of these. No? Game's just having a fit. Okay, we'll not have one there then. Yep. Look at this poor guy. Completely surrounded, getting shot at from nearly every angle. Because this is what it would probably end up like in the campaign. Just reducing them to Swiss cheese from every angle. I'm going to swap the thing to straight AP. Has this got inters? This one doesn't have inters in it either. What the hell's wrong with me? I got pen depth in this guy. Poor guy. Looked into it again. Looked like the old version was an option to get rid of it. Been moved out of play. Yeah, it's just such an annoying mechanic. I don't like it.
Receiving. Moving now.
Okay, let's update the DDs. Let's start with the Z6. What can we do to improve them now? Image package to load. Smells like too much porn. It's annoying because I do like, well actually we can leave the bottom bit like that, it doesn't matter. It's more or less just making it more pointy. Let me guess, this one's, yeah, because that bit. Carl, I'm going back to work tomorrow. Sad times. Miserable. Miserable times become me. Back to work. Thought you had 3 weeks. Yeah, they've gone. Spent it all doing the back garden. Oh well, better binge GTO then. I can't binge it tonight, I got work in the morning. Wait, how much is this guy worth? What was it? 128. 4.5. No, I mean it's decent for the money. The other one's 5k for a better firing angle. We're not going to put anti-air stuff on this though. That's pointless.
Receiving.
How many episodes were there left? I can tell you now by just scrolling over here. 11. Call this redundant space. Is this my 76k? still expensive, but this is meant to be like the one that leads the DD force, to be honest. What's even the weapon type? Is it straight AP? Straight AP would be better. Now that I've learned a little. Yep, it's solid. Where's the little one? Let's get the... I haven't looked at the Nern. No, the Nern's not going to have it. It's basically just a glorified destroyer. The way I've set this one up. So yeah, it's the bigger ships that can hold the. I will make them in to hold. Oh, fucking hell, Jonathan. The bigger ships can hold themselves against cram fire. There we go. Fucking hell. But they're also stupidly expensive, and they serve as like the flagships. Okay, let's get the little ones in, because the little ones need to be much cheaper. Like, this guy's meant to be the cheapest, but he isn't for some reason. It's probably because of these ones. They are worth... Well, that's only 1,500. Taking them off would reduce it quite substantially. But this is also meant to be the smallest one. So we can just do that. We could even just slap a not radar, but information thing on the back of it. Nothing exciting. Has this got an inter on it? Has the others got inters on it? I don't know why I haven't put inters on them. This one should have. Yeah, it's right. There's one. That means all the DDs have it. I don't know about the Nern. No, the Ern. It's also got that. There we go. We say made him much more cheaper. I don't really think there's much reason to go crazy with the bow on that guy. Save over. We need a useless enemy. Let's get a rook in. So we gotta go measure the speed again. Man, he's definitely focusing on the big one. Big DD. But not the Nern for some reason, because the Nern has more damage than the DD. What do you think, Carl? Give campaign a try? With my little dribblers here? This guy's fucked, by the way. Well, you can handle it? Yeah, I can handle it. Throw enough shit at them, the enemy falls apart. The only thing I don't have is a decent starting fortress setup. Oh yeah, U-boat. We also need a cargo ship. Cargo creator ship. Oh, do we want a U-boat that badly though? Just looking at what I can build. That's what we're going to go for. This is gonna be like our really rubbish mobile base. Not a combat ship, it's just something to hold on to resources and create commodities. It's gonna be based off the SS Antilla. I'm gonna make it look a bit more different now. Actually, do we have a better schematic picture of the SS Antilla? I'm just looking at... Well, I found pictures of it, but I'm trying to look for a schematic picture. German. Oh my god. German. Hapag. Shit. Yeah, that's really narrowing it down, Jonathan. Well, by the looks of it, I'm going to have to guesstimate. Because there isn't any decent pictures on it. Yep, we have to guesstimate. But anyway, we don't want this in combat. And then for the back bit, starts there, do it 2 there. Same length, 2 down, same length, 2 down, same length. Set to 2, right? No, 4 and then 2. Attach straight on. It's going to look pretty fat. We want it deep enough because it's basically going to be having a ton of, well, at least 2 million resources in it. So that way, if it ever gets sunk, I'll cry. I'll fucking cry. I'll cry and scream. It's going to be made of paper though, basically, because, well, simply put, it's basically a piece of shit. And I hope I never have to put it into combat. Whereas I'll cry, because it's not meant to be in combat. It is a glorified storage ship. It's got to be fast though. It's gonna be fast. I hope it's gonna be fast. I don't want to invest too much in storage. Well, too much in speed and power, because then it'd just be eating through it. It's got to be at least fast enough to get around to certain parts of the map. Oh shit, what's that? Oh shit, time to go. I've got to head off. Speak to Dad. Take care. Nice one. See you guys soon.